Hey everyone, this is Lenny Bond from Nokia Innovation, and I'm here to give a little short review on the Nokia Lumia 630. The Nokia Lumia 630 is a very capable device for a very affordable price. That would be my slogan for it. It's a nice device, feels nice in hand. It's a solid device, no creaking. It comes with a Corning 3 Gorilla Glass screen. It's a quad-core Snapdragon 400 1.2 gigahertz processor. It only comes with 512 RAM, though, so that could be an issue for some. I haven't seen an issue with it, aside from gaming. There's certain games that are not compatible with the device because of the lack of RAM. So if you're a big-time gamer, if that's what you use your phone for, then you might think otherwise of purchasing this device. It's a device that comes with a few firsts. It's the first device, or one of the first devices that are coming out with the 8.1 already installed. It also is one of the first devices with the virtual on-screen keys, as well as no hardware camera button. It comes with 8 gigabytes of onboard memory, removable back cover. Also comes in different colors, obviously. You could get orange, yellow, green. I think there's white, black, yellow. So you have an option to, change the back and add a little life to the device. It's a decent looking device. I mean, kind of boring in black, in my opinion. But I'm sure if I slapped an orange cover or green cover on it, it would stand out a little more. This is the single SIM device. There's also a dual SIM device. And there will be the 635, which would be the LTE version for the US. This actually is unlocked, and it works on the AT&T network, and I only get the 4G speeds, no LTE. You get your SIM card holder here. You get your micro SD slot here, which it would hold up to 128 gigs of RAM, which is huge. Removable battery. Here's the 5 megapixel camera on the back. As you can see, no flash. Also has no front-facing camera. It has a decent screen. I mean, the screen is not bad at all. I like it. It's not the highest resolution screen on the market by no stretch. It's a 4.5-inch screen at 854 by 480 resolution. It's which equates to about 212 ppi. It's great outdoors, looks good, but again, it's not competing against the higher end phones that are being released with these 1080p screens or even 720p screens. But the screen is very doable. I mean, there's not an issue. And for the cost, I mean, obviously, you're not going to get the highest end specs on the market. I want to talk about the virtual keys, which are nice. They're actually changeable in colors, and I'll show you that right now. I could have went to my settings through my Action Center also. But if you see at the bottom over here, I'll show you navigation bar. And you have choices. You could match the accent color. So if it was red, it would be red. If I want to keep it always dark, I hit it, changes it to black. If I want to match the background, I hit it, it'll change it to black. And if I want to, or it remains black. And if I want to hit match accent color, it will be the blue that I have. One problem I have with it, it's not necessarily the virtual keys. It's when I use the notification center or the action center, it's not as easy to just flip up with, let's say, my 1520, because you have to precisely touch it. As you can see, it highlights when I touch it, and then it'll slide up. So a lot of times I have an issue, because I'm not hitting it correctly, and it's more of an annoyance to me. I mean, that's a little pet peeve of mine. Might not bother others, but it definitely bothers me. And I'll show you an example with the 1520. 1520, because it don't have any virtual on-screen keys, I could just swipe it from anywhere. And it just goes. As well as my 1020. But this, like I said, if I try to swipe it, just like flick my finger up, it don't work that way. So that's one of my little annoyances. Okay, enough ranting on that. Let's get back to the device. It's a pretty speedy device. I have no issues with the speed. Moves pretty quick. Things load up quick. Scroll through quick. Emails. Messaging. Phone. You know, for everyday use, it's a very good device. I don't have any problems with it whatsoever in that sense. Let's get to the camera now. Camera's a decent camera. It's only a 5 megapixel camera, but obviously for Instagram and, you know, sharing pictures through multimedia messaging or posting on Facebook, it does an adequate job. I wouldn't rank it, obviously, with the Lumia 1520, 925, 920, iPhone 5S, or any of the high-end devices, but it does an adequate job for the price of the device. I do not like the fact that there's not a hardware camera button. I'm so used to that, especially with a lock screen, but you do have the Action Center where you could set the camera button there, so it's accessible through any screen you're at. So I could always get to it no matter what I'm doing, which is a good thing. But in terms of what would I prefer, definitely the hardware camera button. It's just so much easier in my opinion. Overall, it's a very nice device. Again, for the price, it's hard to beat. It's a good device. It has the memory card slot. I know there's other devices out there that have higher specs or better resolution screen, but some of them are standard 8 gigabyte, 16 gigabyte, and don't take any memory cards. And that's huge for me. I mean, a memory card slot is big. If you're not going any more than 16 gigs, then a memory card slot to me is a must. Front-facing camera, I wish they could have added one, as well as flash. I wish they could have added one. But then again, if they do that, it would jack up the price, and it wouldn't be as affordable as it is. And we got to actually look and think of what market this is geared towards. So overall, I think it's a great device. Those that don't have heavy pockets need a smartphone that's very well capable of doing almost anything they want. I would recommend the Nokia Lumia 630 or the 635 if you want the LTE version. And that's basically it. This is Lenny Bonds signing off from NokiaInnovation.com. If you have any questions, you can leave comments below. You could ask me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is at LENNYBONS34. Or you could hit us up at Nokia Innovation. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.